My dear students, I welcome you all to my educational channel. The name of my educational channel is Priyanka Dotto. In this educational channel, you will find video presentations on English language and literature of school level, college level, as well as of competitive examinations. Now, today's assignment is a video presentation on the poem Dust of Snow. The name of the poet is Robert Frost. The topics to be covered in this video presentation are discussion of stanza 2 of the poem, word notes of stanza 2 of the poem, and paraphrase of stanza 2 of the poem. You must keep in mind that there are only two stanzas in this poem. Now, let us move to the text of the second stanza of the poem. The stanza begins in this way: has given my heart a change of mood. So, we have just encountered the verb, and in order to know the subject we have to go back towards the concluding part of the first stanza of this poem. So towards the concluding part of the first stanza of the poem, we came to know that as a result of the sitting on the hemlock tree on the part of the crow, dust of snow fell down on the poet who was standing under the tree. So this event has given here means produced in the poet's heart a change of mood. So we are to find out what the mood was and to what the poet's mood has changed. Now, in order to know what actually the poet's mood was before the incident happened, we have to look at the concluding lines of this stanza. So, the concluding lines of this stanza are like this: and saved some part of the day I had rued. The word rued means lamented. The poet was lamenting, he was in a very sad kind of frame of mind. So there is no exact reason of the poet's sense of depression. We can assume that it being a wintry day, there was snowfall, and in consonance with the tempo of the atmosphere, the poet's mood was of one of depression. This depression may also be caused by some personal incident which have occurred in the life of the poet. So we have to guess that there must be some cause behind the poet's sense of depression. So the poet says that his mood has changed, his mental frame of mind has changed. So this change is from one of depression to one of happiness. Now, if we look at the last two lines closely, we shall find that there is an important word, saved. The word saved here means prevented. So, some part of the day I had rued. So, the poet was thinking that the entire day was some kind of a waste or useless thing. He did not do anything, it may be, or he was in a depressed sense of or frame of mind. So the falling of the flakes of snow on him moved or rather diverted the poet from that sense of depression. He got a new kind of experience, and this experience saved rather prevented the day from being entirely useless. It is interesting to note that the poet has used two negative images, one of the crow and the other is of hemlock tree, to suggest something positive. Now, Robert Frost, in his attitude to nature, is highly realistic. So, as a nature poet, we can contrast him with Wordsworth, who was some kind of an idealist. So, here the poet has drawn upon two negative images to imply a positive meaning, but this is not fully positive. Why? The poet is just trying to impress upon us the fact that his focus shifted from his depression to the hemlock tree, to the crow, or to the flakes of snow which had covered the tree. So, this diversion, this change of focus somehow helped the poet to come out of his sense of depression. Thus, the two images carry somewhat positive implication. You must not use the word optimistic implication. This is what I want to stress very precisely. So, this is what I have to say about the discussion of this stanza. Now, let us move to the next section of this video presentation, that is word notes from this part of the text. So, the first word is given. It means created or produced. The second word is change. It means transformation. You may add with it, this transformation is from the negative to the positive. Mood. The word mood means mental feeling. Before the incident, the poet's mood was one of depression and hopelessness. You may use either depression or hopelessness, or if you want, you may use both the words. The next word is saved, means prevented something from being without significance. That is, the day was almost without significance, was almost full of negativity. So, something positive happened, and this happening changed the focus of the poet from his mental feeling to some external event. Then the next word is part, it means portion. You may add with it, the word refers to the time span from the falling of the flakes of snow to the end of that. The next word meaning is rued, it means regretted. You may add with it, the poet's regret was caused possibly by both his personal problem and the dull weather of the day. While discussing the second stanza of the poem, I clearly mentioned to you that there is no specific cause so far as the text is concerned, so we can only make a guesswork. So it may be caused by some personal problem in the life of the poet, or the weather of the day may have caused it, or it may be produced by both. Okay, now let us go to the final section of this video presentation, that is the paraphrase of the second stanza of the poem. The paraphrase of this part may be like this: this ordinary event had a far reaching impact. You may use a hyphen between far and reaching. Okay, in the life of the poet, he was feeling depressed and hopeless due to some personal matters. I have used only one cause here. Naturally, he had the feeling that the day would be simply a waste of time. However, the act of the falling of the flakes of snow on him not only startled him but also made him cheerful. Thus, the prevalent feeling of depression in the poet was no more. A day without significance thus assumed some importance. So something important happened. The poet will only remember the day because of this important incident. So before I come to the valedictory note, there is an important announcement. In the description of this video presentation, there is a link. By clicking on the link, you will be able to go to my personal blog or website where you will be able to view and download materials on discussion of stanza 2, word notes of stanza 2 and paraphrase of stanza 2. Now, before concluding this video presentation, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, to share my video presentations, to put forward your comment and your queries in the comment section of this video presentation. I thank you all. See you all in my next video presentation. Thank you once again.